Hey ladies! So one of the biggest pros about having a unique presenter is that they're able to help you pick out colors for the products you need. So we're going to talk a little bit about foundations, how to color match, and what type of foundation is right for what skin type. So when we're color matching, the best thing to do is to have them send you a selfie in natural lighting, meaning not in a bathroom light where you get that kind of yellow tint, facing a window or outside, kind of in the shade. You don't want direct sunlight either. Some people like to have selfies with no makeup on, but really either way works. If you have them with no makeup on and they wear makeup, then you may accidentally mismatch them. And the reason I say that is because if somebody's always wearing makeup, then what tends to happen, especially with our line where we have the mineral foundation, so that it kind of has a little bit of a natural protection from the sun, then their face may actually be lighter than the rest of them, and you don't want to give them a color where they look really washed out when really they're not. So you either want to match them to their neck and kind of chest area if they send you a selfie with no makeup, or if they send you something with makeup, even if it's not quite the right color that they should be wearing, you can kind of get an idea of what they're going for and what they're looking kind of color to have. So there's 3 questions that we want to ask them so that we can help narrow it down. The first one is, what color are their veins? These veins here, the lighting kind of makes it hard to see, but what color are these? Are they blue, are they green, or can you not tell? I'm kind of, when I look at mine, I see blue and I see green. So you know what that means? That means I'm actually neutral, which is probably the easiest skin tone to match because I can typically pull off the other 2, which is awesome. You either have yellow undertones, pink or red, or you're neutral. And I tend to wear more on the yellow undertone side of things because I tan in the summer. I like being out in the sun and all that. The other question to ask people is, do they tan? Do you burn or do you tan? Do you burn and then tan? And that's going to help you narrow it down. So if you have someone with blue veins, they're cool undertones. They're going to be your organza, chiffon, that line. If they have green veins, they're going to have warm undertones, the yellow undertones, so that's going to be velour, satin, and down that row. If they can't tell, they're neutral, so that's going to be scarlet, taffeta, and down that row. And I'll put that kind of in here too. For burn or tan, same thing. If they burn, they're going to be in brain fart. If they burn, they're most likely going to be organza, chiffon line. If they tan really easily, they don't hardly ever burn, then they're going to be velour, satin. And if they burn and then end up tanning after that, then they're neutral. Okay? The other question you want to ask, this one I have a hard time asking this one because I don't think it fits for me, but it kind of gives you an idea. Do you look better in silver or gold? And maybe I have a hard time answering that because I'm neutral, but do you look better in silver or gold? Not what you prefer to wear, but what complements your skin tone the best. Silver, that's going to be your cool shades. Gold, that's your warm. You can wear whatever you want, really, but ask that question if you need kind of a little bit more of a gauge. Typically, people can wear 2 to 3 colors in their color range. So if, for example, for me, I tend to be taffeta, which is neutral, or I can come over and do velour or satin, and they all kind of go really well with me. Taffeta is like your most common color because it's neutral and can kind of go either way. But if you need help matching somebody, always reach out to me or one of our other teammates, okay? So the foundation colors are all very blendable, and the good thing is once you pick your foundation color, your concealer colors for the Touch Perfecting concealer will match those perfectly, so then you know what to offer for them. And we'll talk about concealers kind of in a little bit. Alright, let's talk about the types of foundations. The most popular one we have is our Liquid Touch Foundation. And when you're describing these to customers, there's some words that really sound good and make people like, oh yeah, that's what I want. So for the Liquid Foundation, you want to tell people that it's a medium coverage, buildable coverage. It's an ultra thin skin perfecting formula. Ultra thin is key here. It's very lightweight, okay? And you want people to know it's not going to feel heavy on their skin. It gives you a matte to powder finish. So it's got a really nice finish on it. There's no dew, no sheen, no shine to it. It's more of a matte. The other thing we want to tell people is this has optical diffusers in it. Optical diffusers in it means when the light hits it, it diffuses it, which kind of blurs and hides your imperfections. If you're looking for, if somebody's getting like pictures taken, this is what they want. This is what they need, because when the flash hits them, it's kind of just gonna give them that Photoshop finish. That's why this is called Photoshop in a bottle. It's amazing. Let's see. It's also gonna work, those optical diffusers are gonna work to minimize fine lines and wrinkles in your pores. This is good for every skin type except for super dry skin. If they have super dry skin, this is gonna kind of get a little cakey for them. So they don't want to do this. But normal to oily, that's perfectly fine. Combination skin. One thing to keep in mind with this, this is actually made in Italy. There are not, in fact, from what I know, there's nothing like this on the market, because a lot of liquid foundations are actually cream in a bottle, and this is actually a straight up liquid. It's made in Italy in batches, so you may see from bottle to bottle slight differences in consistency. That's completely normal. So if a customer mentions that, that's normal. It's supposed to be like, what? That's how it's so special. Okay, next up, let's talk about our powders. We have the pressed powder. Bam! Love it. This one is a full, beautiful, touchable, even finish. Touchable. That's the key one here with this. The full coverage, touchable. That means you can touch it once you put it on and it's not gonna feel nasty. It's not gonna get on anybody. You can hug your husband. He's not gonna end up with it all over him. That kind of stuff. This is great for oily skin or normal to dry. It's not cakey. It's really soft and I love it. Alright, the next one is the cream foundations. I don't wear this one a lot, but the cream foundation, I got it so that I could kind of play around with it. For cream, you want to tell people that it is a full, luxuriously soft, blendable foundation. Luxuriously soft. That's your key word with this one. It goes on and it does. It really feels so soft on your face. It's not for oily skin. Do not recommend this to somebody for oily skin. It's great for normal to dry skin because it is going to be a little bit creamier, so it's nice. Then of course the BB Flawless. You need to, I don't do this one enough. I really don't. In fact, I just did a live before making this where I talked about this one. The BB Flawless is underrated. It really is. You want to tell people that it's a lightweight moisturizer and creamy foundation all in one. It's a tinted moisturizer. So if you need extra hydration on your skin, this is perfect. This is perfect for lazy makeup wearers, perfect for women who don't have a lot of time, perfect for teenagers just starting out wearing makeup. It's wonderful. It's the perfect mix of coverage and hydration. So of course it's not going to be a full coverage. I wouldn't even call it medium. I'd call it light. If you need more coverage but you're using this one, go with our powder concealers and mix them together. It's actually called the BB Brew. It's amazing. That's actually what I did. But anyway, it's got nut oil and shea butter in it, but it doesn't go on oily. It feels very nice, hydrates your skin. You want to make sure you shake it before you use it because it does separate a little bit, and it gives you kind of that dewy finish. Alright. All of the foundations except for the BB Flawless have the same shades. The BB Flawless does have a different color set. Let's see, we have 6 colors in this, whereas we have 13 or 14 in the foundations. So those are going to be a little bit more precise, whereas this you can they're a little bit more blendable and go. You have cream, which is going to be a cool ivory. That's going to be great for scarlet and organza, if with regular foundations. Excuse me. Bisque is a warm beige. Honey, which is what this is a warm tan. Caramel is a cool golden. Chestnut is a warm almond, and carob is a deep walnut. So it kind of goes based on skin tone there. Very nice. Alright, so those are your types of foundations. So you want to make sure you're not just trying to sell your customer on, for instance, the liquid foundation. You need to find out what skin type they have to make sure you're giving them the right thing. Because if you give them this and they have really dry skin, they're not going to be happy with you or with the product, and they may not want to try again. But once you get them hooked, you're giving them a one-on-one experience. You're like their personal shopper. You're helping them pick it out. So really take the time to find out what shade and type of foundation is right for them. The other 2 keys with foundation is you always want to speak up the primer. Always upsell the primer, because if they don't use this primer, they're missing out. I never used primer before Younique, but primer, this is awesome. It's clear. A lot of other companies do a primer that you have to match to your skin tone. This, you don't have to worry about that. It's clear. It goes with everybody. It goes on so silky smooth. You want to make sure people wait roughly 5 minutes before they put their makeup on top of it to kind of give it a chance to settle. But it's going to protect your skin. It's going to give you a barrier between your skin and your makeup, because even though our makeup is naturally based and all of that, you still don't need extra stuff absorbing into your skin, right? Plus, it's going to help it last all day so that the oils in your skin don't fade out your makeup. It's going to go on smoother. It's going to fill in fine lines and wrinkles and pores. That's why people are going to buy it. The other stuff is a bonus, but people are going to buy it to fill in the fine lines and pores and to make their makeup last. Okay? It's also going to give you the truest color from your makeup. This goes for foundations and eyeshadows and stuff. Setting powder is also a great one. You set your makeup after you do the foundation with the setting powder. It's translucent, so it's great for all skin types. I love our powder concealer brush with this one. Just dab it and boop, 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 all over. You want to think of it as you want to prime your face. You want to get your coverage, then you want to set your makeup, then you can do blush, bronzers, luminizers, and then you want to use your setting spray after that. Setting spray, think of it like hairspray. You do it at the very end and it's going to kind of seal everything in. Alright? Alright, hang on. That's it for that part. Let's talk briefly about concealers and then we will be done with this one. Alright, we have 2 different types of concealers. We have the powder and we have the skin perfecting liquid. Okay, both of these are amazing. These are underrated. They're not talked about as much, but they should be. They should be. They're awesome. So the powder, you want to tell people it's a flawless, lightweight, natural, luminous finish. Luminous. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. It looks like a powder, but it feels like a silk. It's a medium coverage. This is what I was talking about with the BB Brew. You mix a little bit of this with this. Don't do too much or it'll get cakey, but it doesn't take much, just a little bit. And it goes on so nicely. The colors for this are different than the others, so let me go through them really quickly for you. Fresh is for light skin tones, yellow and olive. Frisky is for light to medium with pink undertones. Fabulous is for medium skin, neutral. Frivolous is for medium with yellow to olive undertones. Foxy is for dark, it's pink. Fierce is the deepest, and it's a neutral. Okay? For our Liquid Touch, again, those colors are going to match up beautifully with our foundation shades. You want to tell people it covers flaws and brings out the beauty. So it blends away blemishes, scars, and tattoos. It's water resistant, not waterproof. It's water resistant. It's a satin finish, kind of silky. For coverage, you want to use the same shade as your foundation. For highlighting, you want to go 1 to 2 shades lighter. For something like dark circles, what you want to do is you want to use your coverage, which is the same as your foundation. Put your foundation on and then use 1 to 2 shades lighter to highlight and brighten. Now, here's what I'll tell you. If this is somebody who wears a lot of makeup, recommend 1 to 2 shades lighter for highlighting. If this is somebody who's brand new to it, only go 1 shade, because otherwise it'll be too drastic and it might scare them a little bit. Okay? Alright, let me see. I think that was all. Yeah. Alright, that's it for color matching and types of foundation and concealer. If you have any questions, let me know or post it in the team group and we'll be happy to help. Alright, have fun.